Hey gamers, if you don't mind giving me a moment, I'm almost done editing something. Um, and then we will get going. I'm quickly seeing if I can. I'm quickly seeing if I can get the landing page of my web server to look different. I mean, I guess I can show you if you want. Hi Piotr, how you doing? I'm just typing away something to test in SSH because I'm waiting for my domain stuff to get done. Is it a good idea to show you? Fuck it. What can go wrong, right? Here, I'm just trying to. I don't know how HTML works, so I'm just doing stuff. That's how that works, right? I needed this link. HTML code or whatever. I mean, you could just open inspect element and see it right there. But yeah. Currently, I'm waiting for some stuff to happen, and then I can actually use the. I'm just gonna keep this empty. Hold on. Do it like that, and then. What I'm gonna go do is I'm gonna go grab the. Actually, let me just do this real quick, because I actually have my name on there and other stuff I shouldn't show you. Which one did I use again? GitHub. Profile, please. I would like to go to my repositories. Whatever. Shit. Just give me a list of repos, please, I beg. Grr. How do I not know how to use GitHub? I made my finger bleed. Oops. There we go. Why's my fork not show up in there? There we go. Yeah, I thought I could get this quickly done, but turns out I couldn't. There should be another repo right behind here, yeah. I love not knowing what I'm doing. And then I guess I'll just take this. Save. Done. And then if I... No, don't open that one. Should be somewhere back here. You can see how I've been slopping this. ChatGPT slop. Help me, ChatGPT. I don't know how to set up some of these things. Not yet. Well, now I do, but you know what I mean. That's also stuff that doesn't have to show. And now if I refresh this... Oh. Yeah, it doesn't quite... Doesn't quite work, but good enough. Let's go play some Factorio. Modded Factorio. Let's go. Totally not me. Quickly removing the accentuized E. How'd you make it bleed? Well, I tore some skin off. It's that simple. No. Let's hope I could run this. It's like semi-decently because I do have a bunch of browser tabs open right now, and like a bunch of browser tabs. Also, if I'm gonna have Factorio running, I should mute desktop sound. Anyways, last time where we left off was we made a small supply of worker robot frames. Unfortunately, my steel supply is not good, and that's mostly because most of the iron's getting eaten. I see why now. Why were you the way you are? See, if there's any excess iron on this bus, this little bus, then we're good. It gets turned into steel. Let's see. So this needs to be input priority left. There we go. The idea which we had from last time was to set up robotics here and then start clearing out some space over here, using said robotics to start building an actual main bus base over here. Because I don't have cliff explosives yet. But I've been very tempted to instead just scale up steel production drastically by grabbing this iron node. Just making steel on site with electric furnaces and sending that over onto the bus. And then I'm gonna have to check something for work now. Might join back soon. Hell yeah, take your time. And don't ever feel pressured to be around. You're more than welcome, and I'm happy to see you. I'm happy to see you around again. It was nice chatting with you earlier too. Yeah, so I don't know why I walked over here and started doing this, because I want to get rid of this forest. I kind of need to get rid of this too. Did I get enough military science for the increased explosive damage? 150, is that enough? 200, so I need 50 more. I should need a bunch more coal. Let me kill this first. That took a bunch of ammo, but it is what it is. So, I would need a bunch of walls, and I have enough walls, I think. So I need 50 wall, or I need 50 science packs. Then I don't have enough walls. 1, 2, 3, 4. Something like that. I really need to start paving this place. This is getting obnoxious. How is my power supply doing, actually? It'll hold for a little while longer. I think I can squeeze out a tiny bit more production. But it will die soon. Hold on, what's this? Ah. This is locked behind... Oh, it's locked behind Vulcanus. Okay, cool. See, my intention was to... Oh, I can't see the planet list yet. That's unfortunate. But my intention was to go to Vulcanus, Fulgora, Gleba, do those planets first, set up a small little production outpost there, and then enjoy as we can go to modded planets after that. Huh. I'm just going to take all of this, even though it's probably a bad idea. And then take a bunch of iron plates and start smashing them together for this. Yeah, I should have a small stash of steel ready as well. Oh, this steel is not fast enough, actually. Damn. I could fix that by rerouting this to go up top instead. Yeah, that should definitely be possible. This patch is running dry. Starter patch moment. There we are. I think you should run over an active nuclear reactor in your base. It would improve efficiency. It would improve efficiency. It would make my PC use less power. Because it has to do less computations. That's how that works, right? How you doing, Flute? It's time for spaghetti, by the way. Okay. I'll take this coal to make nades with. I don't have enough iron on me, but that's fine. Just start cooking some nades. Then tear this down. And then we can extend the smelting on the... That would also explain... Yeah, that would explain as to why my iron's ore fell so low. The fact that this was the wrong way around. That pisses me off. Anyways, let's see... How many more can I fit? That should work. Let's see, so this is all yellow belted, which I mean, I think that's just fine, right? Like, I'm not gonna complain about that right now, I can't be asked. And it connects. Good enough. Oh, right, I should re-equip this. I don't have enough loaders, do I? Oh, whoops. I don't have enough inserters either. Nor yellow belts. Okay, so I'm gonna need more inserters. Did I ever automate those? Did I put them in the mall? I never automated inserters. I'm such a dummy. Grab some of these. Burn. Burn you on more nades. Then with the copper, the green circuits, I should be able to make a bunch of inserters. Then I'll need more iron. Let's see, I needed long-handeds too. And then I'll need more iron. I'll need to make a bunch of loaders. Alright, that'll be fine then. It's more that the idea is there than the actual product so far. It's cooking. Is this belt fast enough? Probably not. But that's fine. I mean, it is running at half speed right now because of this chest is filling up. Oh, it's full now. Now it's running at full speed. But it should be fine then still. Yeah, and then there's power for everything, even if it uses a couple too many power poles. Yeah, I know I probably shouldn't be handcrafting these. I'm fine with doing this because I already want these to start stacking up. I'm letting the steel go all the way across the bus before using it for more science. So having this buffer up is fine with me. Oh, for a second I was like, is this supposed to be one-sided? Yes, this is supposed to be one-sided. Battery. Actually, if I override the stack size to just 1, I can re-enable this and ensure that all the batteries are fully stacked. I should get some yellow belts. Hold on. Yeah, I have some right here. I mean, technically, I also could use the other belts, right? It just sounds so funny, because of the increased speed. As soon as it's done with these, I'll put it back to normal. I should have just collected the intermediate products for these, but I got lazy. Alright, cool, we're good. The steel goes on the belt, which then makes its way to the bus. And it should get dropped off wherever it's needed. That's usually a little further away here. Excuse me. Awesome. Did I configure this correctly? We'll do it like this. ensure that it stacks. So now here, this is all backed up, and the steel will now start backing up to either meet our production demands, or to start producing science with it, which is nice. Do I have a couple grenades now? Actually, yes, I do. And this is why I want the increased explosive damage research. Because that one-taps them. But I will have to wait a little bit for that. As the nades for that are still in the making. So, let's start making roboports. Roboports are kind of an important resource, or an important building. They take red chips, gear wheels, and steel. Or is it a better idea to make some of these? I think it might be a better idea to make some of those. So, let's say we split off of this, right? And we say upper priority left. I think you use this for science as well. Yeah, yellow science, which... What does yellow science give you again? I thought yellow science and purple science were both, like, pretty good. This is purple science, right? Yeah, it is. Let's see. Yellow science. Where art thou? Because I should have it. Yeah, utility. So we get from it Mark II personal battery, but I still don't have stuff like that. Capacity bonus 7. Ah. Portable fission reactor. Now that's something I'd want. I guess lab research speed's nice. Oh, worker robot flying speed. Yeah, okay, we're gonna have to eventually make that too then. That's kind of a big deal. So let's say we get... I really should do half a belt and half a belt, right? Hi, how you doing, Ragnar? I should also fix my posture. And the camera. Holy shit, that thing is not pointed in the right direction. There we go. I played a bunch of Among Us with some friends earlier today. And honestly, I'm pooped, dude. Let's see, which ones do we start making first? Let's start with green circuits. If I do this, going to need more red belts. Oopsies. But luckily I did maul those, so they're over here. A decently sized stash full of red belts. Did I not put Assembler 2 on here either? Why am I still handcrafting these when I could be mauling them? Anyways, that's weird of me. There we go. You go on the other half, and now we have our input done for our assembly machines. Awesome. So let's see. Why did I not put these on my hotbar? Maybe not. Maybe let's do it like this. And then put a power pole in between. Yeah, that's definitely going to be enough. Construction bots. How fast is this recipe? Half a second? Okay, maybe I don't need this many. Awesome. Okay, I'll do a slightly larger setup. Purely out of greed. So, let's bring those back here into a chest that I will load into. Let's see, loader chest. I want a chest next to it. Loader. There is no such thing as too many bots, so I will stash a whole bunch of them. Then we'll do the same setup as over here, but instead we'll mirror it. And we will build construction bots instead. Awesome. So this will need a combination of flying robot frames, as well as, so that goes here, as well as red circuits. So for that, I will take this same setup and apply to the red circuit line. So now if I connect these two, we should start producing the other ones. Sick. And I've ran out of flying robot frames. I mean, I still have a bunch in my inventory, but still. You know what I'm getting at. Alright, cool. Now then. Oh, shit. For real? Damn! Okay. Equipment grid. So there is an equipment grid in this. This is modular armor, right? But I should be able to get power armor soon. Yeah, that requires yellow science. Which requires... Oh, it requires military as well. I'm going to have to automate military. Power armor Mark 1 before Mark 2. Am I stupid? I do have power armor. Oh, I don't have the blue chips yet. Right. I don't have the blue chips yet. That would be it. That's why I haven't made them. If I disable output priority, it'll make some logistics spots too. Let's see. So for logistics chests is just like steel chests with some extra chips glued on. I think I'll manage. I'll just steal some chips off the bat. Why am I sitting this way again? Bro! And then put up the chair. There we go. Lay down a little. Relaxed, but shouldn't be as shit to look at now. Piercing magazine. Steel, copper, and firearm magazine. And firearm magazine is iron. I really should just, like, do this better, shouldn't I? And then a little bit of copper. And now I'm short on walls again. I'm just trying to handcraft enough so I can get better explosives. Like, that's it. Where is that one belt? It's this one. This right here is just a belt that takes engines and puts it in the blue science machine. Yeah, I could have made it gone through here, but this is my starter base. I'm allowed to make spaghetti. Fix your posture, young man. I just did. I put up the chair so it doesn't look as shit. That's how that works, right? I really should though. I can't wait until I get recyclers. You looked like you were sitting in one of those fuck-ass beach chairs. Yeah, I guess I can see where you're coming from. And what was I doing here again? Right, I also wanted to check up on this. Yeah, but I might as well also just, like, keep the... Okay, and you're crying because you're out of steel. And that's because the sign... Wait, no, the science belt doesn't need steel. What the bleh? Go over there. I should really deposit some of this steel. There we go. Steel go in. I think I'm going to keep the wood until I can upcycle it, because that's funny. Legendary wood. What are you going to use it for? In vanilla, there's not much. Maybe there's something that wants it now? Let's see. Wood. Tree, drop wood. I guess it's carbon. Or you can send it directly to coal. Can you then not use that coal to make carbon? Yeah, it's just twice as efficient. Can't wait to get to space, but we're not gonna be there for a little while. Alright. Let's see. Right, I needed to automate RoboPorts and then set up a couple passive provider chests to start doing automated logistics. So let's automate RoboPorts and then the different provider chests, and then we can start making like RoboPort coverage, and we can start producing parts for a proper science setup for the the new base. Oh, this belt gets eaten first, huh? Just like that. Now it's a little more balanced. Now they can all run. What? What that battery doing, though? Oh, no, there it is. Alright, now we have construction bots, we have a couple logi bots, as I said, yeah, we need to make some roboports, I already forgot about that again. Iron gear wheels, let's make some iron gear wheels. Oops. So for that, I will take one of these. Yep. That goes under. Let's make some iron gear wheels. Then I really should be using substations, but I'm too lazy to, so I'm not. Gear wheels. Let's do it twice. Rocket saddle? Huh. So this gives me access to Space Platform Foundation. Space Platform Starter Pack. Okay, I'm going to have to make some blue circuits in a bit too. Yeah, I also don't have any LDS or rocket fuel set up. I think that's just something I'll leave to the new base. Let's not focus on space, so let's actually get some decent production running. Logitech network? What do you mean? Okay, so that's that, and then we combine it with a little bit of steel and a little bit of red circuit, right? Yeah. Space science for logi chests? Yeah, but actually... where is it? Logistics system. Yeah, it's locked behind the space platform still, but I don't need space science for it. So if I can get a couple of the things that I need for the replacement base, then I can focus on building the replacement base well. She got cheap. It's a modded recipe. It got modified by one of the moons. If we look at the tech tree, or like the tree for Manula, we don't get access to a lot of things before we actually like go to Manula. And behind here, shit like the Crusher and all is locked. So we have to go to the moon to unlock basic space science stuff. And then eventually we get access to build space science on Manula, which is over here. And then all the way back here. This is required for further exploration. And then I remember there also being another space science. I remember that, yeah, right here. Advanced space research. So you can build it anywhere you want in space. Unfortunately, you do need an extra oh no, that's just Manula research, right? Alright, cool. So this will be the belt for red circuit. . Bastard. Just like that. And then I have to load the upside. Yeah, making space is gonna be tough. Beast. Where? Begone, foul creature. Alright, that's 2. The creatures are here, and they're in my walls. Can they get out? And then replace this recipe with the Roboport. There we go. I should probably transition to solar, but I think I'm just going to build slightly more steam engines and then set up a little bit of nuclear fuel with the, like, as soon as I have the new base up, because that place is going to be making like enough sulfuric acid to put that on trains. To be fair, I did automate trains for the new base. Couple more of these trees, and then we have some extra breathing room. So I'll do the same thing here, where there will be an inserter extracting, putting on a belt, into a loader, that goes into a chest. And I'll put that chest a little like... Okay, this might sound crazy, but I'll do it like this, because I know that I'm going to really like spamming these Roboports, and eventually there's going to be upgrades that use multiple Roboports as well. So having a bunch of Roboports stashed is probably a good idea. The gas collector. Suspended in the atmosphere of gas giants. Huh. Interesting. Dude, seeing all these like wacky little things like rhenium and rubber, when I'm really not used to that quite yet, it's cool. It's a cool experience. I'll admit, it does bring a smile to my face. I mean, if you just saw, I did smile. I noticed that. Wait a second, this doesn't need to be extended. I'll take that back then. Just like that. Okay, cool. So we're building Roboports now. Let's use a little bit of space over here to automate some of the logistics chests, as well as use that to automate assembly machines and inserters. Can't wait for cliff explosives. Alright, so we also have access to sulfuric acid here, but that's not too important because I do intend, because this is a pretty good oil well, right? There's a pretty good one here too, but I would like to set up like a central oil processing and fluids processing place here. Take in the ore and put it all on trains. Actually, what's even the point if I'm gonna, like, want to do city blocks anyway? I might just fuck around and just build city block bases. But considering I kind of want to do hypersonic trains as well, What is it missing for the science? Oh. You're kidding. That's what it's missing for the science. A fix to a change I made and forgot to patch up. I'm very tempted to use hypersonic trains. Because these things are funny as fuck. Unfortunately, they're kind of expensive. So I might wait with making them in the upgraded base. This is okay, right? But this is already like kind of expensive. I've used Mark 3s before, and holy fucking moly, these things go fast. It's really funny. It's like 2 or 3 frames or something, and then they're at their destination. Ah, yes, my steel. The steel must flow. Oh, it's backed up all the way over here. In part because of this, I think. Yeah, definitely. Ah, the steel will eventually just take the left-hand side. Because these are set to extract 8 at a time, right? So as soon as that happens, it pops out one on both lanes. Oh. Steel is in high demand again. So why are you slow again? Oh, you're just a terrifyingly slow recipe. Like this, I think. I think that's how it's supposed to be extended. Look, I built this like a little while ago, okay? You can't blame me for not remembering how this works. But now I should produce ever so slightly faster. Okay, so the robot parts, they're flowing. We're getting Logibots. We have construction bots. Excuse me. And we have roboports. Right, I was preparing to make that other place up here. I like already lost track of that, I'm not gonna lie. This was here to be able to make rails further down the line for purple science. So that's why I have the stone here. I do regret not having... But why did I even bother doing that, though? Because I already planned out to not make purple science with this place. Whatever. So this is the fluid bus, so I'm just going to keep drawing this. So this is where the fluids come in. Also, I think it's about time I put up the explosive damage research. So, explosive damage, you go first. Actually, you cook. And then I have exactly enough jars of juice to research it. So that's all in place. Awesome. Yeah, that'll be done in a couple seconds. And now I'm getting this. So that should make my grenades one-tap trees instead of two-tap them. Helps drastically. Excuse me. And then, yep. And we paste, and we paste, and we paste. Awesome. Okay. Then over here, let's do the steel chests. Actually, let's start with assemblers. I think that would be nicer in case we run out halfway through. So assemblers require steel, iron gear wheels, and green chippies. Let's just start with this. So I'll need to make a couple more iron gear wheels. Let's say I were to run this across here. To the right. Awesome. Then we do the same wheelie setup as we already have. This grabs items. This deposits them. I saw it needed a good couple iron gear wheels. So this is for assembly 1s, right? Assembly 2s also need these. Do they common ingredient? They have a common ingredient in both gear wheels and green circuits. So I'm very tempted. This is the return belt. To throw some greenies onto this. Like here. If I do this, and then make this run straight. Yay, stronger explosives. I don't think I can research anything right now. I don't have the science for it. Yeah, so green chips would split off here. And then go straight ahead, right? Unfortunately, this is how far I can get it. That merges it. Where am I producing engines again? Over here. Cool. Let me just put a bunch in here. I don't need any of these. Awesome. Okay, so that is the common ingredient done. So assembly 1s take this belt and iron plates. And that takes assembly 1 and steel. So let's see, we split to the right first because we want to produce the assembly 1s first. That's probably too long. It's fine. Not as if I won't have any use for these. And then if I do this, where the steel belt is this one, or the iron belt is this one. So this would be iron. And that should be everything for assembly 1, right? Yeah, preferably I'd have 2 long-handed inserters though. Let's do this many. Sick. Then we yet again extract from the machines and put it on a belt. And this time we glue some steel onto said belt. As well as take the output here. That would be a good idea, I think. Noticed a small issue. I think I can fix it. If I put a blue here and a red there, then I can extend this onto that, and then extend this to here, like that. Then I can let this go further around. Because I need this steel to go on like somewhere over here. Because if I do it here, then this won't work. Is that true? I mean, only if I, like, let's say I only do this, right? And I arc it like this, and then I do this. It won't work only if I ensure that the left-hand side of the belt's loaded. Or it will work if I ensure that only the left-hand side of the belt's loaded. So if I do this, and then that, it will work. And my workaround fix was for none. Was for nothing. Anyways. Assembly 2. How many of these does it need? Okay, yeah, it's good that I have this close, because I think this should just be able to keep up. Maybe not. It's a fast recipe, but it's bottlenecked by the insertion speed. I'll try this. And yet again, we know the deal at this point. Can't wait to automate inserters. That loads into a steel chest. Awesome. And we've run out of iron. Because it's all going into the gear wheels. Damn. The solution to this is I set the output priority to left. We want these assembly ones to be made first. So the iron backs up here. That means that there's not enough of these, so then it will start using this. Could have also fixed it by building from left to right instead of right to left, but you know. At this point, it just is what it is. Like here you can see it starts backing up now. And then it has overflow to turn into these. And at some point, these can't be disposed of anymore. So this will back up now. And then this will stay backed up. Meanwhile, these will keep getting used. Hi, Justin. How you doing? Are you gonna join us for Secret Lab tomorrow? Maybe this was overkill. Yeah, this will work. Okay. Inserters. So inserters come in multiple varieties, and I think I want to automate the bulk inserter. I have worked till 9. I don't know if I had the energy for it afterwards. You know, that's very fair. I can't blame you for that one. I would also be dead. So I would like to make bulk inserters and long-headed inserters. Because as soon as we have these automated, there's no real reason to think about fast inserters anymore. So let's Because in the production of these, you don't make any of these. But you do make a bunch of these. We have... Okay, we have to make more iron gear wheels then. But I also need those for this. So I think what I'll do is I will make a bunch of iron gear wheels. And then I'll use that... Put it on this... I don't know what I want to do with that, actually. This is a tough one. What if I work from the back first? Assuming that I need a shared input for these, because that's what they both need. So... Oh, oops. And then bulk inserter. So the bulk inserter is the only thing that needs red chips, but it's not the only thing that needs green chips. Do these need green chips? No, they don't. So I think having a belt of green chips and iron gear wheels is a good idea. And then the red chips merge with the... They merge with the other things. So we'll have... I have such painfully slow internet in my room. I am sorry to hear that. I cannot fix that for you. I can, however, tell you about the Pokemon Showdown server that I'm working on setting up. I'm currently even working on it. I'm waiting for my domain to have its stuff done so I can Cloudflare it. Because I want to. Okay, so we're going to have, let's see, the, oh shit, yeah, I think this will have to be a setup of 2 red, 1 blue. My phone is slow as well. I actually bought an Ethernet switch. So that these are these little boxes that you put an Ethernet cable in and multiple Ethernet cables come out for like $12. And I'm running the new Raspberry Pi off of it right now. So if you look at the Discord server, the Discord bots that are currently running actually run on that Raspberry Pi. Which is awesome. I want this little bit of space. So we're putting on... Yeah, so we have the red chips, which merge with the fast inserters belt. Which means that this belt would be the iron gear wheel. Hold on, where is it? This belt is the iron gear wheels belt. And then this belt is where the output comes in from. Because that means that if I deploy these on the right hand side, like this, right? Let's say an underground comes in from over here, like that. Then all I have to do to get the red chips on here is just do this. Which is exactly what I'll do right now. So the red chips will have to go through here, through there. Yuck, that's more stone in my inventory. Here needs to go a splitter. There we go. Cool. Awesome sauce. Is this able to keep up with my demand? No. No, I've ran through my buffer. Not the best setup. There's better ones out there, but I can't be asked right now. I'll make a better one later. This will fill up at some point anyway, so this won't need any red chips anymore. This seems to have filled up at this point, so the only red chip consumption that will happen is this one, or at least consistent, unless you count the science. But like the science is backed up, because I'm not using the science right now. Alright, so that means that over here we output onto the belt our we're fast inserters. So this would be our output, right? Now, I wonder if there's a better way to do this. I think there is. You see, if I were to move this one to the left, it still works. If I move it like this, it also still works. It's either one of these also works, right? Even this one, I think. Okay, never mind. I'll put those back in the chest in a bit. So, I'm thinking, is there maybe a way that I can do this, where it comes out over here? That way, I can run both of these over here, because I would like one of these belts to go like this, right? And then there's a belt going like this that carries the inserters. No, it's iron gear, wheels, and green circuits I was putting on the little belt, right? Iron gear, wheels, and green circuits. Yeah, it's a shared ingredient between this and that. So this would need the inserters and the iron plates. Those would go on this belt. Which, I mean, I could just do another one of these. No, I can't. And then I could send this to over here. Go over there. Then turn, go underground again. I could even move it one tile closer then. I could take all of this. Move it one tile closer. Oh, no. Stop. Stop, you fiend. Move it like this. Blueprint shotgun has very much become one of my favorite mods. Holy moly. I think it has to turn a little bit further then. Like that. Awesome. Yeah. So this is yet again. No, this is this belt this time. Which then coincidentally means that this needs to have the iron plates and the inserters. I think I'd like to insert on this belt through here because that means that I get the freedom of doing this with the iron plates. And then here produce the inserters. This places it on the right hand side of the belt, which is not a good thing. This is gonna look very ugly, but it is what it is. So this makes inserters. Yeah, I'll make these go both directions, because I'll put I'll put the long-headed inserter production over here. So this outputs onto this belt. That needs iron plates. You also need iron plates, right? Yeah. So you take iron plates from that one belt. And then the other belt is yet again the one that we've already seen a couple times before. So, seeing as this is the iron plate belt, I think it would be fitting to put a splitter here. Like that. Do these also need... These don't need green circuits. They only need iron gear wheels. Iron plates and iron gear wheels. But first let's quickly start getting some iron plates in here. So, iron plates. And they go over there. Awesome. Yeah, so all I need to do here is actually fill this belt, which needs both of those. Maybe this setup isn't good. Or do I just make inserters twice? Because right now what happens is the inserters ow. The inserters I make are sent directly to this one, right? And I also need to make long-handed inserters. So... long-handed inserters. Ow, that's my finger again. I think it would be much easier for me if I were to just... this can go, actually. This can stay like that. Cool. I think it would be much easier for me if I were to... Wait, if I can do that, that means I can do this. Sick. That means that I can, like... Do I just keep it easy? I think it'd be wise to keep it easy. Oh, these are filled up now. I'll take a stack. Thank you. Awesome. See, what I'm thinking about is actually, like, using the... Like, am I going to bring these somewhere else as well? At that point, I think I move this up by one. And this turns into a splitter that also goes this way. I can do that. Like this. And then this turns into a splitter. Let's do priority output left. And then here we have another output line. It's not going to be many of them, but that's fine. So this needs iron gear wheel inserter. Yeah, this needs the iron plate. Okay. It might be a good idea to start making the iron gear wheels right now. I should be able to one-shot these now, right? Yeah, I can. What the fuck? Who dares make noise? Grr. I thought I turned off system sounds. This is so much more efficient. It costs half the grenades now. This is great. Okay. Happy that I spent that time handcrafting that. Now I want to figure out as to why am I not getting any steel. Because you're at full production. Or at least as full as you can manage. Actually, is it an ore supply issue? No, the ore supply looks fine. Ignore that, that's just some stuff I cooked up. Oh. Damn. Copper's not doing too hot, it seems. I might need one of these. Ooh, that's juicy too. The temptation to just city block the replacement base is so strong. I really want to do train city blocks. That would be so much fun. Especially when I have access to these things, which are like incredibly busted. I should automate those, but like I cannot be asked. So let's make some iron gear wheels. And then here green circuits go in. Greenies, my beloved. There we go. Would you look at that? Awesome. Yeah, let's make some iron gear wheels. Again, mind you, we're making them again. But that's mostly because I cannot be asked to put them on the bus. What's the point of that? I need power pole. There we go. Bring some iron up. Iron gear wheels. Cool. Now we're making inserters. Now you're thinking with portals. Actually, wacky little idea. If I do this, then combine that with the inserters from this belt, which will be here eventually, right? They'll be made at some point. Let's see. Can I bring them over here? So if I just do this for a moment. Oh, they're already on the right-hand side. Cool. Then this is enough. And then I can use this to go back up and make the long-handed inserters. There we go. Because the long-handed inserters, if I'm not mistaken, they just take the ingredients I have right here, no? Iron gear wheel, iron plate, and the humble inserter. I am intersecting with my bus right now, so... That's a little boo-hump, but, you know, it is what it is. And then... the same old deal. Into loader. Into chest. Give this chest a limit. And it's automated. It's not beautiful. But I now have access to these resources. Excuse me. And I think it's about time we start setting up the robot network. Yeah, I'm out of underground belts. Let me go get that real quick. And then we'll set up the robot network so we can keep ourselves supplied with resources. And then we'll start planning out how to do the city blocks. Because it would be nice to have planned that out at least. Goddamn. Stop it. Bad. There we are. Oh, you're out of steel still. And the steel's getting eaten by... by what? The steel is getting eaten by this. Oh, it's the assembly machines. Look at that. That is nasty. I don't have enough iron gear wheels coming in. Is that because of an iron deficit? No, that's just because I don't have enough production. So, a simple solution to the I don't have enough production problem is to add more production. There we go. I mean, it doesn't help that I'm technically splitting from one assembler into two different belts. But that belt will fill up eventually anyway. True spaghetti happens here. Yes. My fabulous creation. And you're stuck because I forgot to actually put a belt on you. Okay. Awesome! And then, right, I was going to make the different provider chests and stuff. So I wanted to keep these roboports here. But why again? Because I wanted to make these, right? But these require space science, which means I need to have gone to Monula anyway, and at that point I can do a bot mall. So let's make the different chests. The different chests are rather easy to make. One takes an input belt of steel. And boom, chest. Now, my idea is, because each of these chests... So let's say we take a look at this. Each of these costs the exact same. I set up a little thingy here. This is a belt of steel. Goes into an assembler. Right? Very simple. Makes a steel chest. Long-handed inserter. Another belt. Regular inserter. Another assembler. And that actually makes the chest that you want. Now, would it be wiser for me to instead just make the chests whenever I need them? Maybe. Because I'd want to have access to some of these passive provider warehouses too, and they're just simply a little too expensive. I don't have the concrete for it. I should probably be making concrete. I'll put that on the to-do list as well. So this is already done. Concrete. For that I'll have to probably bring all the bricks I smelt. Which I do have brick output here, right? But that it goes nowhere. And I can't exactly lead it through the middle here. Either that or I just could smelt on site. But that's a disastrously ugly solution. How do you get silly amount of bricks again? That was Vulcanus sprinting, right? Brick. So many mods, and still this isn't updated. Yeah, let's at least make a couple passive providers and whatnot. I can just copy paste this, rotate it. Boom. And just set this to storage chest. Can you go one further? You can, actually. Plunka plunka. Sick! So I need to somehow get a belt of both red and green circuits. That's going to prove difficult. Prove to be difficult. I'll run that over here, actually. Oh, this is the steel belt. Well, shit. If I do this, I bring this over here. Don't have to be over here, because I would need to loop it around into an underground over here. See, we're doing true spaghetti right now. That goes there. Then this goes there. Steel. Steel is available. Not for this finicky part. So this probably has to happen here. So that this can jump over. Right? And then the way I get greenies on that side of the belt... I think the only way I do that is by doing this. Damn, that's ugly. No, wait, that's the wrong side of the belt. My bad, G. Let's see. So you can split. Like this. I love logistical challenges. They're so epic and awesome. We we extend le bus. And I should definitely limit the chests here. Going to need 2 of these at maximum. I'll put 1 more steel chest here for steel chests. 2 of those at maximum too. As soon as we have the passive providers in the making, we're all good. So, what's eating the steel right now? Because I know I have very slow steel production. Is it still this? It's the damn roboports. They're not done yet. I should probably just do this. I have enough roboports now. It's fine. Which ones are being made first? I should switch these 2 around. To me, the storage chests are a little more important than the passive provider chests. Should I prepare strong boxes too? I probably should. All things considered. So this would have to change to strongbox. And this is the passive provider strongbox. This is the... Sorry, that's the storage strongbox. This is the passive provider strongbox. Need 2 more of these. God damn you. Where's the repair kits at? That's not how you use how you use a repair kit. Okay. I really should set up an automated supply of grenades, huh? Okay, so assuming that I have access to military science, what could I research that I want? Nothing really right now. I would like to make military science in the new base then. Yeah, looking through everything I have available, I've made these. I haven't made these, but that's fine. I'll just make those on the fly, even if they are very expensive. What can I use this for? Sees LDS recipe immediately, sees it needs steel. Hell no, not happening anytime soon, brother. Making these. I'm not making these. None of them. Steel, iron stick, copper wire, and advanced circuits. Steel I have. Advanced circuits I have. So I need to make a combined belt of both copper wire and iron sticks. I think I can do that. I would like to automate those power poles, because having it automated is nice. So, if I'm not mistaken, all iron sticks cost is iron. Wow. Who could have seen that coming? I'll just use fast inserters for a little while. I don't have much of a reason to switch as of right now. Though I do have a bunch of bulk inserters being made. I don't think I need the speed on this, because I'm making goddamn power poles. Yeah, sure, why not? I'll split it over there. And then you can come over here. Iron sticks. Wowzers. You go onto a center belt. Really should move you over there. Okay, and then on the other side, that's where we'll do the copper wire. So I'll put those both on one belt because the demand isn't that high. So like, why not? And then we'll run it probably under here. Somewhere. Copper. We make wire now. Wowzers. Okay, so then all we need to do is we need a combined belt of red circuits and steel. This is the steel belt. It is completely famished right now. Still not making that much, huh? Why? Do I not have enough? I really don't have enough ore coming in. There's just a drought, man. Can't wait to get this done quick. Okay. So, let's say this belt gets to run over here, right? Then I'll do a simple mall here. This is where the combined belt goes. So the steel could come in on this. So that is an extension of this belt, which means this needs to hop over. There we go. No, hold on. That needs to go over here because this needs to move into there. Because otherwise I can't fit the underground that will be required. Now to get red circuits on the other side of the belt. Actually a little easier, considering I can just do this. And then I will extend the bus like that. I'm back. Hell yeah, welcome back. Cool. So that is now ready for production, which means we can 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. I would like, actually I don't even need 4. Substations require wire and some of these, and that'll go into a steel chest. Substations I don't think I can have enough of, but I will limit it. Big pole, little bit of this, good bit of that. Goes into a chest. I'll only need like 3 stacks. Small pole. I'll do this too. Try playing, but I got so pissed off by other people. The fact that I'm playing a tiny ass laptop that I had to stop before it started breaking shit. I haven't played Titanfall in a little while. I've been wanting to revisit it because I remember having a lot of fun with it. But also, I just gotta say, like, I've been playing single player games so much. It's just so chill, man. I'm genuinely having a good time. This will back up eventually. Okay, so what else have I not made? I've made these. I haven't made these. I don't think I will. I think I'll wait for the next base. These are something worth considering. But that can also wait till the next base. Combinators, green circuits, copper wire. No, I think it'll be fine. That's rather cheap too. I have a bunch of those remaining. Why do I have access to this recipe? Hold on. Unlocked by. Why can I see it? I might need to report that. Yeah, because this is giving me access to this. It's unlocked by the planet discovery, which I mean, to be fair, this is like living on a gas giant, right? Can be crafted on Navis? No, but I'm more worried about the fact that I have the recipe when it's locked behind a research that I don't have. Oh, hey, look at that. Rocket control unit stuff. Actually, this looks like a rocket control unit. You can't go to the planet it's crafted on? I mean, I know I can't make it. Fucking 83 minutes? Wait a second, that takes 83 minutes? What the hell? This is another one of those recipes that I don't think I should have access to right now. Definitely not. Alright. Yeah, why is the copper dried out? Why has the copper dried out? Is it like I finally have some copper demand and now it's just shitting itself? I think that's 100% what's happening. Anyways, let's put these red chips in the box to lighten the load on the red chip machine. Boop. There it goes. That did fucking nothing. See, it's empty over here. Please tell me it backed up to some extent. A little bit. Wee little bit. Most of it is gliding right on through, but, you know. I guess that's what it's for. Oh, this is where all the copper is disappearing into. Yeah, that would explain a lot, I think. Considering this is currently devouring a shit ton of green circuits to make bulk inserters. Like, a lot of them. I don't think this one should have priority, actually. Okay. I'm just gonna go to bed soon. Hey man, if you're tired, there's nobody keeping you awake. Except for you yourself. I will not judge you at all for going to bed. So I'm actually very tempted to, instead of producing a bunch of this, just sending copper wire up to the space station platform. Isn't copper wire like giga light? Rocket capacity 20 stacks, 4,000. Yeah. I have 15,000 channel points. I have infinite. Okay, sorry, that's not a flex at all. I need to shut up. Liquid rocket fuel. So it turns it into a liquid. Then what? Actually, now I think about it, this has this unlocked behind it. I might just, because I have sulfuric acid, I might just make a quick little barrel. Oh shit, squirt blood with the metal pipe. Oh, alright, I'm a little late. I forgot about the bit. Sorry. Shame the streamer for forgetting about the bit. I will barrel some sulfuric acid. I don't know how much a mining operation takes. Let me just use up the rest. Barrel of fluid. There we go. I'm a goner. Alright, have a nice night, Justin. Thanks for passing by. It was nice seeing you. Alright. I confused the service symbol with a different mod. Yeah. It's the space platform. Almost midnight? Yeah, it sure is. I hadn't even thought about that. I'm supposed to do stuff tomorrow. Yep. Had not realized that was that expensive. Stop. I should have some extra green circs and chest somewhere back here. Right over there. Cool. Make a couple solar panels. I have a drill. The intention is to go over here. Do I have everything to make a car? Little bit of steel. I'm missing one steel plate. And then it might just be wise to quickly crank out a little bit of solid fuel too. Yeah, we'll just hook that up to this. Just as like temporary fuel source, you know? I'm most likely going to see if I can use rocket fuel for the trains. But we'll use some solid fuel for now. Then we'll mine some uranium. We'll set up the robot ports. One second. Then we'll set up some roboports, and then we're gonna call it a day. Give me one moment. I made a spelling error. I've been notified of an embarrassing spelling error. I spelled developer with 2 P's. I do not know what talking is. Mention. Give me 1 second. I'm doing something. I'll take some fuel. Cool. We have a car. Let's try to not drive over the pipes. So let's depart from the other side here. It's not a good pipe construction. I'm very much aware. And now we have a good amount of steel furnaces. So this is 500 steel furnaces. Let's buffer another 500. Let's have 1,000. That might just be enough. Car. Boom. Oh, oops. I was not looking at that stone. I'll be very honest with you. I was looking at my map and trying to find out a way to get there. I love ramming trees. Oh. Repair kit. Alright, so let's deploy a miner. So these now have pump access. Cool. And from that miner will come an assembly machine with the barrels inside. So this will unbarrel sulfuric acid. That is nitric acid. There we go. Then, let's set up a quick little solar thing. The only reason we're doing this is because it gives us access to the researches for nuclear power. Okay, yeah, this won't work. Just do that then. And now we wait. Not proud of this one. It'll be fine. It'll work out eventually. My barrels, please. And we've unlocked uranium. That's enough for a little bit. Yeah, it says mining fluid, and is this then when it gets consumed? No, that's just mining productivity. Oh, it eats how many per operation? Oh, the pipeline extends 4 because... No, it's supposed to be 2, no? That's it. That's the surface of the area that it covers? Okay, it's like 2.5 every once in a while. So this will just have a little bit of uranium in it when I get back. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? It will have a little bit of uranium in it when I get back. I'm not even gonna bother repairing it right now. I'm kind of tempted if I'm going city block to use my LTN blueprint system. But I'm not sure that's a good idea. Or at least not the way I implemented it. Because it was way too modular. So it was very big. And it being very big was kind of unwieldy. I'm not gonna lie. So, now we have uranium unlocked. I can start researching this. Which also means we could go to Keris in not too long. Actually, I'm kind of tempted to go to Keris. Partially because it's going to give us a pretty goddamn good, reasonably early game access to better nuclear power, because mixed oxide is kind of strong. I like the challenge of it. Glass space rocket? What? What? Okay. So these have storage size 50. Hi, how you doing, Hernizzer? I have the feeling that maybe using hypersonic trains would be a bit busted. So let's just stick to the regular stuff and see how strong things are in endgame. Cool. So that's filling up. Then let's go grab some roboports and start expanding coverage. Additionally, I think it would be a good idea to... it would be a good idea to see if we can insert into a roboport from these chests. And I think we have enough space for it. A tad late, that's fine. Nobody's gonna like tell you to be like, be on time or something. I'm not that mean. I'm mean, but I'm not that mean. I pulverized some cement blocks. That sounds wicked. Dude, the steel is in such a bad spot. What the fuck? Is this really... Yeah, that's really all the ore I have coming in. This patch is dead. There's still a bunch in it, but it's dead. It's just not really producing anything. I mean, it's nice to have this area be ore clear, right? Surprisingly more exhausting on your legs than your arms. Why is that, actually? Why is that? Oh, hey, these have all backed up. I'll make more. I don't know, I'm struggling with the resources and then I'm using more resources, but I do kind of need those. Roboport. So, let's see, can I fit these? That's gonna be tight fit, man. Actually, I need to do a small little experiment. So, I have a loader going into some kind of container. And then I have another container over here. Can I deposit straight onto the loader? I can, okay. Well, then that means that I am definitely moving this all the way up here. Loaders, actually, hold on, I need to limit you real quick. Same goes for you, construction bots go in. Because that means I could put the Roboport over here and I could just activate and deactivate the inserters that I'm about to place here. So these are inserters here that I want to have. Read robot statistics. Read logistic content network. Yeah, network. Roboports in network. And I'm going to need probably 2 arithmetic combinators. So we will read from these. Basically, I'm going to say Roboport requests. Actually, no. What if I just do no group? No. No, I have to give it a name, I think. Give it a fun little name. Do like common request or something. Station. There we go. So, common drone station. Let's say we set this to construct. Let's say we want 50 construction bots and 50 logic bots in each. It's partially eased up by gravity momentum from doing it, but also property needed for more energy transfer downwards. Or is it? If you skip leg day, that's yikes. Okay, so we have the amount of Roboports accessible. That is R1, or that's R. So for basically, we want to say for each Roboport we have, we want to make sure there's at least 50 of each. Though I think I'm going to make it 100. Because I'm a greedy motherfucker and I like bot bases. What can you do? So we have the amount of... So we'll calculate the total amount of drones we need, right? So let's say we have 100 of each. Actually, can I read out this request? I can just read this request, right? Read logistic network requests. So if I do that, does this count as a logistic request? I don't think it does, so we'll just have to insert. Let's see. Output. This is going to be the count of construction bots. So that is R times 100. Why do I have 2 arithmetic combinators then? Do I have like a target symbol? Does this use the letter T? It does, actually. Roleport request card. Yeah, I figured that one out. I'll use that as a target. So that is our target. And the available construction bots. Now, I want the total bots, because I want that to be about equally spread. Can I read this number? Whatever. So this is total logistics bots. So this is the logistics bots. Y is less than the target. I might just increase the target by a little bit. You could put that group in a constant combinator if it lets you. That would be lovely. Let me make a constant combinator real quick. So that's 100. It doesn't let me. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. So I'll just have to like keep in mind I have to go back here. Let me add a tag. Click. There we go. And now from the map I can always find the insertion hub. So I'm looking for there's less logistics bots in the system. Let me actually connect you back to the front. Connect you to the front, so this outputs this and that's available. And then I'm going to say I want at least twice the amount of bots available just everywhere. So maybe I just call this B. Yeah, let's call this B. And then the B times 2 is the target. Why don't I just do 200 here then? Yeah, I don't want to talk about that one. So Y is less than the target. You may enter. And for you, that is total construction bars T is less than target. So now there is not enough space for that, actually. But that's fine. That'll fix itself at some point. But each Roboport's going to get 100. A 100 of each. I could set it to 150 of each. And that just fills it up. But that means that if a drone gets used and there's more drones available in each. No, let's do 100. I think 100's fine. What the fuck? Anthermati Logibot? Hold on. Cargo capacity. Speed. 13 plus 7. What's special about these things? That don't require charging. Oh, damn. That's kind of cool, actually. Anyhows, so that should work. And now if I were to place a second Roboport, let's say we wanted to place a Roboport over here for a little bit of coverage. And I were to give it the group. Then it will automatically fill up with bots. This is a feature that in my first run I did not use, but I noticed how good it was. And it was kind of useful. Actually, I'll just rename it to this and then delete this group. And I'll use this. I have the feeling that I should not have this in a group. Like that. Because that's the one I insert into, right? But now we can start doing Roboport coverage. So I mostly care about... Do I even care about construction coverage? I mostly care about logistics now. Put another Roboport like over here. I'll make exoskeletons soon, don't worry. Also, did I actually start making any of these yet? Looks like I haven't. Make a cup for me, please. Yes, thank you. Because now... So these are yellow chests. Uh-oh. Well, oopsie daisies. Silly little robot. I forgot they would do that. That's fine. I will get rid of these resources soon. I just need to wait for the steel to come in. Doesn't help that I'm, you know, technically consuming more steel with this. But it looks like the insertion method works, and it automatically distributes all the bots, so that's good. See, let's put another one down here. It'll take a while for it to catch up, but that's fine with me. And then... Could I fit one somewhere over here? I think I could if I moved this loader up. I don't think I could fit all this in my inventory. 1 second. There we go. So they can both deposit directly onto the loader. Which means I can do this. Honestly, knowing that I can deposit directly onto the loader is just kind of a big deal. Did I just see a mosquito? I think I've had a mosquito in my room for the past couple days now, and I'm getting kind of pissed off about it. Mildly tilted at it. And yep. And there come more bots. All ready to redistribute. Not the fastest. But if it works, it works. So let's get full coverage. Or mostly full coverage at least. I'd like to have at least one full connected network if possible. I don't think I need to extend this much further anymore. Go over here too. Add one to here maybe. I'll slap one down over here. And one down over there. And then we have a little robot area. Cool. Now, as soon as I get enough steel, because I'm clearly not making enough steel. I'm not making enough iron anyway. As soon as I get that done, then it's going to be, oh, holy shit. It's completely out of copper, what the fuck? Yeah, that one copper phase is not sustaining it anymore, is it? Nope. I can see into the logistics network now. What? What? Oh, those are the items that I have in my trash bar. See, this should be actively inserting. Is it not? Oh, it's out of bots. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. 100 per RoboPort's a bit much, but that's fine with me. Because eventually, like, it's going to give you really good bot uptime, and the bots won't cost that much anymore at that point. Okay, yeah, the mines are kind of cooked. I do think everything's done now at this point. I'm just going to manually insert my remaining stash of steel into the thing. Into the like logi chest constructor, because I need those logi chests so I can start remote building. If I can have the logi chests automated, I can start remote building. There we go. This is something, right? This is something, and it's the most important chest first. I'll disconnect this for now, because I don't want to waste the steel. But now I can start replacing some of these chests with storage chests. Right, so I can do this. And then a construction drone will come. Pick it up. Put this in here. It doesn't have anywhere to store the steel chest, actually. Let me put a couple chests over here. Oh, that's amazing. Thank you. I actually didn't need that. Great. Yeah, I didn't need them to pick up the garbage for me, but that's fine. Let's see. Another important one that I would like to have automated. Let's, have these not made anything? Yeah, because there's no steel. Yippee, little guys. I should probably just passive provider this. All things considered, I think that's the smarter idea. I don't mind having a couple of these potentially getting stuck in my system. God damn it. Restore the balance. There we go. Yeah, I will just passive provider these. I don't mind losing a couple into storage. Truly unpleasant design. I am aware. I'm not proud of it either, but it is what it is for now. Passive provider. No, I have so many storage chests, I might as well use storage for this. This is for long-handed inserters. These two will also be storage chests for bulk inserters and assembly 2. That's not required, that's not required, that's not required. All of these should probably be storage chests as well. But I will have to expand Roboport coverage for that. Because as you can see, they're not in coverage area, so... I could put it all the way up here, I guess. So this is for locomotives. This is for storage tanks. Whenever the hour counted reset, surely this isn't a 3-minute save. Midnight. Where do you get this again? Hypercell substation? Huh. Basic fluid wagon. The humble pipe. The humble underground pipe. Where are the tungsten pipe? Ah, these. Okay. Storage. Cargo wagon. Train stop. Some of these. If I'm going to be doing like a bot, I did not limit that chest. I did not limit that chest. Damn, wow. That is a painful chest to forget to limit. How many more of these do I have now? I have 27. Is there anything else I need to put into my inventory sometimes? No, that'd be it, wouldn't it? Oh yeah, right, the Ferni and whatnot down here. The drastic lack of copper has not helped this situation. Uh-oh. How can I solve this? Cheaply, preferably. Solution. It is some form of solution, okay? I never said it was a good one. look. It buffers one stack in there, and then we just take one stack off of here. Awesome. Wait. How did I miss that? How? Really? I never actually finished building the green circuits? That is hilarious. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I have a big chest, a strong box, that I would like to supply to the logistics network. And while I will be making these eventually, I haven't yet. And I'm impatient. I want it set up now. So, instead, I already have a regular storage box. So, why not just, you know, put a stack in here, so it technically takes it out of there. And then we're good. It is a shit setup. I will admit it's a shit setup. Oh. This really does not need that many. Alright, cool. Wait, do rails use steel? I've only exacerbated my steel issue. Stop. No more. Alright, cool. Basic Roboport coverage. Let's go. Now, it would be wise to set... hold on. Where is it? Space Age. Navis. So, I would like to have a Navis main inventory, so that when I'm on Navis, I can activate it, and I will get some stuff, right? But I don't think I have enough storage chests at the ready to warrant doing that yet. I would like a couple more storage chests over here. Yeah, I think that could be fine. Does this fit in between? I can make it fit. Look. I'm making it fit. There we go. And now I'm going to be able to start actually using the logistics system. So let's say we want a chest for wood. Actually, let's make 2 chests for wood because I think I have a lot of wood. It's probably a good idea to do this. So let's say I throw this in here. And then I'll do 1 for tree seeds. Because I have a bunch of those too. Then I think what I'll do with like ores is I will put those inside of the network over there. So let me take the car. So let's say we have some stone, right, that we don't need. And let me extend the logistics network for it. Plunk. I don't think this smelter array is ever going to get any bigger. Because, right, we want to move on to a better one anyway. So, let me just... fit one in here. Oh, nice. They're taking care of the trouble for me. I mean, they are marked for deconstruction. So now these mines will be maintained for me. Cool, convenient. I have disabled the configuration that says to the mod that does that it may deconstruct half my base, which it has done in previous playthroughs of mine. But now we also have increased radar coverage because these things come with radar coverage. Yeah, it's not too bad, this. Is that it? What's this again? Oh, that's just the robot part. Yeah, so I wanted to start building something down here. But last I checked, the design I threw down there was shit, because it doesn't use electric ferni. The only issue with using electric ferni is that for that we're going to need a good amount of... Like, we're going to need a good quantity of materials. Power. So let's go over there real quick, where I wanted to do some resource processing. That would be over here. Oh, I already placed a bunch of belts as well? Wow. Okay, I was committed to a bad design. I have enough shells for this, right? I might not have enough shells for this. Uh-oh. You see, I most likely won't bother making a mall or like anything that complicated before I go to space. Shells? Yeah, it's a blueprint shotgun, so it uses shotgun shells. Or well, rather, item canisters, but close enough. You see, with the city block base, I would like to make a robot mall. Which means I'm going to skip through everything to just get to space. So I can get logistics system. Because we have access to basic logistics right now. But holy shit. Do I need this research bad? And all I need to do for it is make a space platform. So I need a, like for this, I need to make one of these. Space platform starter pack. A little bit of steel, a little bit of copper. The annoying part's the blue circuits and sending them up to space because it takes rocket parts. So I need to make a little bit of low density structure. And I need to make some more I need to make some concrete, which I haven't done yet. But I would just like to do that already with the city block base. So I think what we're going to do next time, if I haven't thought about that already at that point, is we're going to go through and design a proper city block to be able to copy paste. Look at how thin that is. Ugh. Yeah. To be able to make it, we're gonna make a proper city block. It's just going to be 2 one-directional rails, because anything over would be overkill for a base this size. And I don't think we're going to have to replace the base until we're done with Vulcanus. At which point our ore processing needs to change, so we're going to tear that out. Yeah, I'm not sure we'll need a much bigger... I don't think we'll need a much bigger base. Okay, so I usually like grid alignment, so that's this. What a good step is for us to do next time, or maybe now. I could consider doing it now. Oh, and there they go. Is to sit down and design a power grid that we run the rails around. For that, I would like some substations, however. While you were removing the arms, looked like the Crash Bandicoot run animation. Oh, I don't know why that's so funny to me. You get a little bit, you get a little bit. I want mostly substations, though. These eat 10 a pop, but that's fine. I'll take a couple of you. I have enough grenades. So, let's see. This is flatlands, so let's go over there and clear out the trees, and then start designing a grid system. I will also want a bunch of rails, actually. How about I order, like, 200 rails? This is where this is going to come in nicely. I would like 200 rails, please. Waiter, waiter, 200 rails, please. So all I have to do is wait now, but they're slow as fuck because I haven't upgraded them yet. The eventual idea, by the way, of a system like this is that if I end up making legendary logistics bots, for example, I can change this request to just set them to legendary, and then I can get a couple roboports that request the common ones, and then take the common ones out. And then it will keep requesting common ones until the logistics system is empty. Which is rather convenient. Look, and now we have rails. Cool. Okay. I will not think about, like, intersections quite yet. That is something for later, though I do have roboports on me that I will use. I will need more. Let me trash some of this. Won't need that, won't need that. Won't need any of those, won't need any of those. Yeah, I have more than enough roboports per thing, or like more. I think 100 of both per roboport's a good thing. What does the power network look like? That's not actually that bad. I mean, this is horrendous. But if you ignore that, that's not that bad. So, nades, uranium processing, centrifuge. So, nades are made with... Wait, what? God damn you. Whatever. Nades are made with iron and coal, so let's go get a bunch of that. So we have enough nades to clear out a small forest. That'd be close to here. Oh yeah, right, there's an inventory inside the car. I'll do 20 stacks of coal. And then enough iron to turn it all into neds. If I do 20 stacks of coal, it's just 10 stacks of iron plates. Which is fine with me. That's going to clog it for now, but what I do is I live in denial until I fix the issue. And the issue is fixed when I get the space. It's just aesthetic. Don't worry about it. should be able to get around over here. Oh, this is a horrible spot. No! No! God damn it. Right, the car gets moved by the conveyor belts. I forgot about that. I should automate. I should automate repair packs actually. That would be a pretty good idea. So you need some fuel. I'll just stash a bunch of fuel in here. And then last I checked, the place to go. God damn it, man. Oh, that's a really bad power pole to break, actually. That is a load-bearing power pole. If you take this one out, then the entire base shuts down. Do we go up here? The pollution spread far with this one. It's actually a good space to build, actually. That's a good space to build. Yeah, let's it's close to the water too, so that means we have access to the power plant. Bro, stop it. Do not worry, if you get too lazy, you can go for the Brazilian favela. That's not the plan though, because I do want some modicum of efficiency. If I don't, then things are going to get tough. You see, I like trains in Factorio. I think they're kind of cool. I used to not like them, and I was like, oh, I'm not going to use trains. I think they're overhyped. And then I used them, and then I got to taste the power of a god. Because I have a mod that puts these things into the game, and they are extremely good with trains. Is that enough space to start testing? Let's say I want a city block of... Do I want to make modular square city blocks? Is that too much? Is that overdoing it? I said I didn't want to overthink it. I should probably keep it simple. If I have wasted space, I have wasted space. I'll probably end up tearing it down at some point anyway. I think a 3x3 city block would be enough, but I would like that to be the internal size. So let's see. This would be the 3x3. Actually, this would have to be the 3x3. So I'd have to clear out this space as well. Right? If this is the center section, and this is the surrounding section, then this has to go too. So let's get clearing. I really need exoskeletons. I need them really badly. I would love it if these grenades had a slightly bigger blast radius. The humble cluster nade that I cannot afford to unlock right now. Can't you just throw another grenade? Yeah, that's the plan. It's just I don't have unlimited of them right now because my supplies are technically slowly but surely running out. I mean, I'm not researching right now, so that does help. And look at how fast these things are crafting. I'm going through them way faster than I can get them. Because I'm not, like, I'm manually crafting them, right? It takes a while. Besides, I've been a little ambitious with my required space, but I do think having a space this large is going to be useful. Oh, it's so dark, I can't see anything. Ah, these trees actually are still full of life. Don't worry, we'll pollute you to death soon. Then a little bit more stone. And this is the last chunk I need to dig out real quick. And then our workspace is done. So, the thing is, I actually have made blueprints for a train system before. The unfortunate part, however, is if we were to get them real quick, because I do actually have them accessible. I don't actually have them accessible. Well, too bad. Turns out I don't have them accessible. Let's at least place a little doohickey in the middle if we're gonna work. So that would be somewhere over here. This is the outer chunk, so this is 1, 2, 3 outer chunk. This is outer chunk, so these 3, so this is the middle chunk. Okay, cool. This is the middle chunk that we're working in. I'll mark it in the bottom left corner. The idea is, if we're working with a 3x3 chunk grid system, like per city block, you would like to have a layout of substations that covers the entire city block. So eventually you'll get access to legendary substations. They're like drastically larger, but you only have these as for now. So that the first start you kind of want to make is just like design around the substation. Oh, oops. And I think it would be a good idea to start looking in the middle. So okay, the middle would be right here. I should just be doing this only with ghosts, but it is what it is for now. No. So that would mean these 4 are the middle ones. How are your project setups going? I'm waiting for my ability, because I have a domain name now. I'm waiting to be able to move management of that domain name to Cloudflare. So I can use Cloudflare proxying. This is a bummer, because I would have liked to have full coverage. Now, I also know that, hold on, if I just copy this, this is the outer chunk, that is 1 layer over, this is the middle, this is kind of where I want to have the rails go past, right? This is the center of this, so a Roboport should go in the middle, so these are 4x4, they go in the middle. This is the middle, right? That doesn't look like the middle. This looks... What? Okay, I thoroughly oofed. Give me 1 second. That should be the middle. It is the middle. Okay, so I also kind of want to try get full Roboport coverage. But I have access to modded Roboports soon. So if I look at Roboport, I have access to these. But I will very soon have access to the base extender, which is a small supply area. But comparing that to the regular Roboport, that's still a larger supply area than normal. And then the production Roboport is 64 by 64. I think this is mostly for... Yeah, this is mostly for, like, charging bots. So, I would like to build it around this, the base extender Roboport. That is a 64 by 64 area that it covers. So, let's say we were to ghost one in. Base extender. And let's say I were to add that to my hotbar, assuming that we're going to get it soon. We won't get it that soon, but building around it now doesn't seem like a bad idea, considering that I would like the base to last a little bit into space science, and this is one of the first things I'm going to try to get when we get space science. One second. There we go. So this is the base extender Roboport. Now, this goes, I think, 1.5 chunks exactly. So if I were to put one in the center of this, they would overlap. Is that correct? It's halfway into a chunk. That's the bottom of the chunk. This is halfway into a chunk. Let's say I use my chunk measuring stick. Anyways, yes, they successfully overlap if you put them like that, because as we can see here. We can overlap these like this. This goes over the top belt. This goes over the bottom belt. So this will work. If we put a Roboport in the dead center here, then we will have full coverage for the base extenders. So I think that's exactly what I'll be doing. Then my first thought would be we start branching out like this. This has full power coverage, and all we really have to do is keep going with the grid, which ends up almost perfectly aligning here. This is a bit frustrating because I would like to run the rails on both sides of it. Hold on. Because I would like to run the rails on both sides of this. So if I were to do this, this would be like the main power line in the middle with the Roboport, and then the rails would quite quickly, like they would go on both sides, like this. Well, this isn't a corner, so I can just say it's gonna go straight, right? So this would be one rail section. Then for I think what I want to do is design one of these over here with a roundabout, so we can have trains coming in from each side. Might actually be a good idea to do that now. because now I'm in a train rail mood. So copy this, paste that. So this is what it would look like if we didn't care, but then the trains can't go anywhere. So there's two options we have. It's a roundabout system, or if we really want the higher throughput, we use elevated rails, but that is not something we're going for right now. So the minimum arc that a rail can make is this. And I'm going to use that. Basically, the idea would be to have a roundabout. Is this centered? This is just 4 rail pieces, right? Yeah. Is this thing centered? Did I fumble with the centering? Hold conscious now. Good luck with Victoria. And Project Escapades. Hell yeah, thank you. Have a nice night's rest. It is centered. Then what did I just do wrong? Or did it just look wrong? You see, these right here would be where I'd want to connect them. So this would be the roundabout. And then because we have the rails coming in from over here, so what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to extend this rail all the way to over here. And then we need to find a way to get these rails to attach, right? So I'm just going to slowly, probably from here. Actually, is that a good idea? Chain signals, please. Oh, hey. If you look at that. Oh, steam turbines. I can make steam turbines now. Those are a lot better than steam engines. Chain signals. Those go over here. Alright, I think I've got it now. So for this, like for the trains to go through, this is the last straight. So place this here, place that there. Then this is how we adapt to the roundabout. So I will just take all of this. I just turn around. You're not set correctly. Technically, I'd have to clear some space over there, but I can't be asked right now. So I'm just doing a single city block, and we'll just stick the other city blocks onto it. Then I will copy this entire square, as well as this entire square. Can't flip it. That is unfortunate, but we can align this. And then just take this again, like that. Nope. That is covered. Oh, that is covered. Uh-oh. Well, we have coverage here. Cool. And now we have one side. Two ends. I should really bring a radar over here, actually. That would make building here very easy. It's nice that radars are cheap. Oh right, yeah, I made some water fill. Always nice. I forgot I did that. Anyways, now we can actually see what's going on here. Did I fumble? Oh, I definitely fumbled. This was not long enough. So this will all have to go then. And it goes one chunk further down here. Just like that. Okay, so now we have this. We need to ensure that we have power coverage all the way through. This looks like it's going to be a consistent set of events where this is one cable. Okay, like this is not too short, right? But like having to place 4 substations here feels wasteful. I guess that is because it is. But at least let's copy this. Take this out. Copy this. Rotate it. It should perfectly overlap. Paste. Paste. It doesn't perfectly overlap here, does it? Yeah, no, this is broken. Slightly different. Wow. No, that works out just fine. This doesn't. That's a piece of rope that has to go. Then I just paste this. So, now we have our 3x3 city block. I actually am very tempted to put buffer chests inside of these. Now, buffer chests aren't a common sight. People don't usually consider them all too useful. I'll do this because it looks a little better. Right? Or at least I haven't seen a lot of people use them so far. But I kind of want to use them here because common construction materials are going to be a pain in the ass to get by. So, we should probably fix that. So this was here for maximum Roboport coverage. Like that's the only Roboport we need. For supply area, I mean the build area is even larger. Like this shit is insane. I can drag it off the screen almost. Oh, I can drag it off the screen. 600 by 600. Oh, what the fuck? I don't even know if it covers that. With radar coverage range, it's only 10. That's fine. If that ends up not covering everything, I can just put a radar down here. I would like to add buffer chests to these centerpieces. Either that or to over here. Yeah, I think that is something I would like to do, but also I really need to figure out how to get this done. You see, this is nice for power coverage, because this perfectly covers the center. If I were to place these like here, you can see this perfectly covers the center. The only issue is, as we just discovered, it's one tile off of perfectly powering itself. And, I mean, I could move the rails out one tile. They don't have to be that tight. I could make it slightly wider. But that wouldn't help. Right? That would not help. That would put the rails here. Then what? Is this really just an uncommon cope? Wire reach goes up by 2 when uncommon. It's either that or I accept that it's like this, and if I need power in a block, I scream. I scream my lungs out. Because it would have to happen like that, and that's ugly. Doing this all with uncommon would help, but quality is very painful to get right now. What do you want? Yeah, okay, that's okay. So my other option would be, instead of around the outside, actually hold on. Put these over here. Can't I put these close, like far enough out that they connect? Like that. Then I've got the power coverage issue sorted. That doesn't look good. Why don't you look good? Because you're not aligned well. There we go. Okay, that's the solution to it. That would give the inner parts power coverage. Sorry, I need it to look somewhat okay. So, okay, that is that setup. So that covers that now. See, this is still a lot of substations, but I think I can reduce this to like silly low levels as soon as it's all set up. Hold on. There we go. That connects in the corner. And I think this is our city block. Am I happy with how big it is? I think I should be. I think I should be happy with how big this is. Now what I'll do is I will make a blueprint out of it. So it's exactly these chunks. I'm not going to bother putting concrete on this yet, but we have full RoboPort coverage as soon as we unlock these RoboPorts. So I will make a version of this. This is rail. We have like a square block made with RoboPort or basic standard RoboPorts. And why am I so hungry all of a sudden? Common. Tileable city block with common substations and base extender roboports. Enabling snap to grid like this won't work. I need these to slightly overlap. I think a chunk is 32 by 32. If I shave off a little bit over here. 150, 148, 132, 130, 28. Is that it? I think that might be it. Yeah, that's 32. 32 less. That makes sense. I'm shaving off half a chunk on each side, so that's 32 in both directions. I fucked up the grid position. Oh, that's fine. I think the grid position's fine. I think this needs to change to 16. Maybe not. I mean, it rotates around that correctly now, but it's still offset a little bit. So I'm going to offset it by 60 plus 32, 48. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Cool, now we have that working. Now I will make a copy of this without the base extender roboports, with the regular ones. Then I will remove the base extender roboports and all the power supply. So this is the regular roboport, and I will color this slightly different so I know that it's different. And then I will get rid of all this. There we go. Take this out, plunk this down. Cool. Now, a different issue arises. We have a different type of roboport here, which does not cover the same area. It covers a 50 by 50 area, which is not compatible with our 32 tile chunk-based system. The other one was 5 times 32, which is is that correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times 32. That shouldn't be divisible by 64, is it? How do we cover that? Oh, right, yeah. 5 times 32 squared should be divisible by 64 squared. Somewhat. Not entirely. We have a thing in the middle, and then this overlaps partially. It's fine. Whatever. Dude. I'm too tired to do actual math right now, dude. Okay, so to actually set up a proper city block, I would like to get this built before the robots get here. Oh, oops. So, roboport. This should be in the middle. Looks like it is. So now here we have a roboport. It doesn't have power. That's fine. We can fix that. The annoying part, however, is if we were to take this and apply this roboport to all of these, you would see that we need a bunch more roboports, because these don't cover nearly as much area. So if I were to do this and copy these two, or these chunks, and then rotate and just incrementally add roboports, you'll see that if I utilize the max distance that you can get on them, you don't actually get a nice layout as we did earlier. That's probably because those basic standard roboports were designed for, you know, a nice layout with a city block. You know what? Let's see if we can get some power to this, shall we? So, let's place some of these roboports myself. I should have applied that setting on the roboports in the other blueprint too. That's fine. I think I can fix that in a little bit, because we'll take this down and we'll place the other blueprint, etc. So this is a little stinky. It doesn't look that good. They're not power, so it doesn't look like they actually connect, right? This one just unfortunately just about in construction range. So here we have this. Now if I were to quickly go over here and build these two roboports too, then it should technically allow us to see that there's like a little pattern here, because I think I've taken a look at this before. Like the center square will have each of its corners filled by a roboport. And that should supply full coverage. It should. It's not as good looking, but it should. So that's that. But then how do you get power here? Now we get back to having two options. Either I think this should be half of it. Yeah. So this is the middle. That's the middle. This is where we intersect. I'm using fucking belt ghost as a measuring stick, dude. What the fuck? Anyway. So this is the middle. Either we overlap again like this, and we get the exact same actually, we get the exact same power grid then, don't we? That's not too bad. Let me just... Then you just get this. I would rather not actually have the robots kick in. So, oh, right, this isn't charging. So then for this, we can just select the new contents for the blueprint. There we go. Sick. And then I can get rid of this. So we have an option for now. Is there a way for me to do the buffer chests now? Would that be a good idea, or is it a better idea to make the buffer chests then? Let me just, should have a constant commenter with me, right? Yeah. Let's just say I make here a buffer chest for Navis, or like a Navis buffer chest. Check. Yeah, so city block construction buffer, and then we will probably also run. I should rename this then. Do I have something like a hammer? I should probably just make this a rail then. And then also have one that is northeast. Buffer chest. But this one is for Logibots. Inventory buffer. I think what I'll do is I'll assign to this one later. I will assign to this one a value that's just like half the main inventory. Like just have half the main inventory ready and you're good. Maybe like a 10th. But let me just for now, just put these in here so I don't accidentally delete them. Yeah, and then we can move this safely. Put it like over here. I'm going to lose it, but I will put it over here. Okay, so now we have this, and I'm going to place the blueprint we made for the base extender robot parts, because we already we did need to edit it. So this needs this stationed. Yeah, because it needs to be filled with robots. And then I need to add buffer chests. And I think I will add one buffer chest here for the inventory buffer and one buffer chest here for the city block construction buffer. Is that a good idea? Because now if I copy this and rotate it, won't it end up with multiple buffers? Let's say I copy this. I overlap it here. Okay, that won't end up with multiple buffers. Cool. Then awesome. And then we can deconstruct this, I think. I think it's I think we should get ready to build the first city block. Let's get that cooking actually. So this is the first city block, but I would like to actually connect this to power. For that I'll just use some of these. Awesome. So now it will actually start building. So we'll make one city block here, and we'll probably use this for basic ore refining. So we'll have trains coming in over here, probably docking around the side, getting unloaded. Maybe this is just for iron ore. I don't know. We'll see. But trains would come in. We can process ores, unload them, and then most likely just send those ores into a general system. Like I'm going to need to fix. I'm going to need to fix this. This is not good enough. I might just belt this into here. And iron is it's good enough. There's not a lot of iron consumption, so steel consumption can pick up, and then iron consumption will go up again. Yeah, copper. I have a car on me, if I'm not mistaken. Do I have enough belts? So the nearest copper patch is over there, and I need it now. should probably... let's see. That stone can go. Bye-bye. I think I'll just do a single belt of copper. I think I'm good with that. Even though it splits into 2 furnace stacks. It's more that I have a consistent source of copper than that trickling little thing I have right now. Okay, mining patch planner, you are allowed to deconstruct entities. I didn't bring power over here actually, yeah, that's a good point, I should have thought about that. Do I have enough shells for this? Do I have enough miners? Damn shit, this actually looks to be more than just 2 belts. Oh damn. Okay. I have a couple of these on me. Let's hop in the car and then at least have power over here. Oh shit. God damn it. Please. Thank you. There we go. Thanks for looking me right. Yep. Then we go back and we take a look at how many belts of copper that is. You didn't see that. Okay, so rate calc. This gives us more than 2 belts, or more than 1 belt. So we should run 2 belts back then. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 to 2. 5 to 2. Can't wait to start running trains, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so do I still have nades? Yes, I do. Clear a path. And then as soon as this copper line's laid, I will go to sleep. And that means I will end stream. Take the car with me. Actually, I should probably fix this real quick while I'm at it. Shit. Not the best way to do things, but also I don't really care. I will take both of these belts of copper and I will throw them in the goddamn furnace to fix my copper issues. I will run out of belts, it seems. Oh yeah, I've run out of belts. Okay, cool. Awesome. Get some more belts. Look at them go. They're building the thing. Oh, they're actually almost done with it already. Damn. Okay. Do I have a terrain deconstruction planner? Yes, I do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I beat this, no? 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, it would just be this. If I mark this for deconstruction and then plan another city block, should put these in the game blueprints. So I need this. So they can start building on that as well at the same time. Did you never have power get constructed? No, you're just low on power. This is going to tank the power grid. Yeah, it is. It has tanked the power grid quite badly. I, however, don't really care as of right now because we're actually starting to build a base. Tiny little iron pit. I think I'm getting hunted by a mosquito. So yeah, let's get this done quick so I can go kill it. Mosquito. Thumbs down. Input priority. I want input priority on like that. Yeah. I'll just do another little jump over here. So these would be the 2 belts. Boom, copper. Okay, cool. Good enough. Right, copper issue solved for now. That's a pretty sizable patch. Awesome. I mean, I can't... Oh, I can actually see here. I didn't build all the power poles. Damn it. Well, back we go. I'm a terrible driver, holy shit. Fixed. Alright, with the copper issues fixed, I think. Okay, the copper is plentiful. The copper is plentiful. The iron's doing good too. I mean, it's still getting used in high quantities. But it looks like it's able to supply. So that's making more belts. Makes sense. I took a bunch. But also should be making a good bit of steel now. No, that's going to wait until the belts are done. So you see, this furnace stack here, this one here cannot make steel. Like that doesn't reach. So instead, I've set this furnace stack to be the priority output here. And then this furnace stack will try to output, but if this is covered by this one, it's fine. So right now we're not making any steel. Maybe a little bit. Can't wait to replace this with actual furnace or electric furnace. Right, yeah, I went here. I forgot about that. Anyways, I think that's it for today. I think it's been good enough. Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, this patch really is dying, huh? And I don't think this is able to keep up. I might have to snatch that one. Looks like a big one too, so it might be 2 belts. That or this one, which is also relatively close. Or I can start training stuff around soon. I think I'd much rather do that, considering I already have a couple blocks built. Yeah, so that's going to cost me landfill. I don't think I'm making any landfill yet. So instead, I'll just go down here. Is this a problem? That's the oil refinery I currently have. This won't work because there's cliffs here, but I could dream. Yeah, I think it might be worthwhile to move the refinery downwards. So I could build another block here. But the fact that this block is already popped up with basic tier bots, it's kind of nice. Yeah, this is going to have to wait for substations for when we get more steel, because we're out of steel. I'm going to need so much steel. Oh, well. That's it. Iron is kill. No. Probably because we're below satisfaction levels. Oh yeah, it's real bad. Oh, save game. Huh. Productive day today. It was a good one. I'm gonna go to bed now. So, thanks for passing by. I'm gonna go press this button. Oh, insufficient disk space during to continue recording. Awesome. Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna call it a day. Bye bye.